Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. God, look at the signal. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the perfect draft tray. And it's just quite a lot heavier. Especially when they're Good afternoon, people. It's Battle of the Peanuts.
Ooh.
God, we bring you some rubbish, don't we? No, I just thought I was in Home Bargains last week, and it was noticing the difference. You've got your KP dry roasted nuts; they're your most expensive. I can't go on the exact price because I can't remember because Michelle lost the receipt. 3 red bits though. Ooh, okay. You've got your Big D, although you get slightly more, not as big as the packets trying to tell you, but they were slightly less. What's the fat content? 14.1, and they don't tell you, at least not on the front, probably hidden on the back. What's the fat content? Blimey. Oh, God knows. Right. That's not, I'm getting confused here. So we have KP being the most expensive, Big D being halfway,
your medium range, yeah.
And Go Nuts being quite a lot cheaper one. You're taking a mic. So do excuse her. She's had a half today, a half a beer, so she's kind of lively. But Go Nuts were significantly cheaper than both Big D and KP. That's why I picked them all up. Plus I picked up another little pack, but they were the same brand as them.
Yeah. A
little sample pack. We should have used them. She's eating them, you see.
I know.
Right. Yeah. Vegetarian, all of them I think, aren't they? I'm sure.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So.
KP got to be vegetarian, yeah. The famous V.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are vegans, it even says on there.
Yeah.
This one just says vegetarian. Right, let's open them up. And the whole idea of this is just to see if they are that much better than them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because they are on deal at the moment as well. But they weren't nowhere near. Yeah. They weren't nowhere near the price of them, if that makes sense.
I like the fact that they're not overdoing the packaging, because loads of things put massive amounts of packaging in and they don't need to use that much, which I find annoying.
I've always liked KP. Here's the cheapies. Go Nuts. Go Nuts. Go Nuts. Let's go crazy.
These ones I think are resealable.
Packed in the UK. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I
these
was
are
telling you,
resealable.
I said that. We don't. So we know what they are. Although the packaging of them was slightly. God, they look totally different, don't they?
They do.
So if you look at them all,
Big D's look a bit rough.
Big D's look like they've got issues. They look obviously full of flavour, totally, don't they? Then that's your KP. The Big D's look like they're on ration.
They look a bit anemic, don't they?
Yeah, and these look like halfway. Not that that means anything. No, I haven't got my phone, have I? I've got a picture of the 3 of them, but I haven't got my phone.
No, and you haven't. Okay.
No, I can't.
They can do that.
I left it in there. I got confused. It got a bit too much for me. Right. So let's say you tried the cheap ones first, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So this is the Go Nuts. I'm sure we've had these before and they've been well alright. I'll tell with the scissors.
They're a little bit sweet.
Yeah. They're no KP, are they?
The peanut's quite nice and big. It's got nice density. You're getting a little bit of kind of beefy taste there. It's followed on by a bit of sweetness.
Yeah, but they're not that clever, are they? in all true honesty, try these ones. Much more flavour. Although looks are kind of deceiving here.
They're more salty.
They're very much more salty than them. Look at that. 9%
Yeah, I can
compared
really
to 12%.
taste a lot of salt on these.
31 grams.
The actual peanut size though is really big compared to these.
Yeah.
That's almost double the size.
There's some things that you'd have to look into your nutritional stuff here, because I might be getting it very wrong, but they seem much less salty than both of them, but I might have read it wrong.
Taste wise, they taste more salty.
But they do taste better, don't they? I think. And these ones should lead the way. I don't know, you know. Are they that much better? They look better. You know they're KP, so you think, I mean, Big D's a bit of a player.
Okay, this is my rundown on them. With kind of beefy, kind of dry roasted taste that you get. I'm getting from the KP and from the cheaper ones. The Big D's have got the good size nut, the same as the KP. They're both quite big. The Big D's for me are really salty. That's the first thing I'm picking up on before.
It's got 3% more salt.
Before the flavour or anything else, I'm really picking up on how salty they are. So,
If she saturates though, they're beating it on 20%. That's really hard to work out.
yeah. So on nut size,
In fact, they're the same.
these two
20%
both have rather larger nuts. The actual size of the nut is bigger.
Yeah, which makes sense. I see they're basing it on 30 grams. Them two, so you can head to head them two, but
These are a
sly
little bit
little
different.
sods are doing it on 25 grams, so I'm not getting correct readings here. Someone with half a brain will be able to work it all out. But basically, they're alright for cheap, aren't they? We've accustomed that. But it's easier to go.
Flavour wise, the cheap ones, the actual flavour of them are more like the KP nuts. They're very similar in the taste profile, but the nuts on the cheaper ones are much smaller. Now, the Big D and these, the nut size on average is quite similar, but flavour wise, these guys are just really salty. They've not got the same kind of dry roasted flavour that the other two have got.
They're definitely the best ones. KP for me. I mean, they're much for much on these, because where that's higher on one, the other's higher on another. I mean, salt 9%, salt 12%, both the same on the sugars. The saturate's 9% to 12%, and then 20% to 20%. So they're in fact better for you than them overall, because they've got higher bad reds. So the KP are the worst ones. I can't work it out with these because they're doing it on 30 grams or 25 grams rather than 30 grams like them. To be honest, for me, I like all of them, but then I like nuts, so. But would you merit the price difference?
No.
Probably not.
The KP, yeah, they all coming out. They're a bigger size nut. They have the most abundance of flavour. For me, the second ones are the cheapies. And these guys are coming in third, although the nut size is bigger. I'm just finding there's not a whole lot of flavour. It's a whole lot of saltiness.
Is that 375 grams, that one? You have to look at the back.
400.
And one thing is, KP are only giving you 375 grams. The other two are giving you 400.
I find these guys less tasty when it comes to flavour. They've got a lot of salt, but then they've not got a lot of flavour to them.
They look rough, don't they?
And yeah, they don't look visually appealing either. They look really anemic.
They are what they are. I don't know what the hell the purpose or the point of this was. Just, I don't know, to a customer.
As dry roasted nuts go, I'd imagine these guys being the cheapest ones, they're probably quite a bit cheaper. They're 400 grams as well. As for the taste, they taste very similar to KP, just the nuts are a little bit smaller. And in weight, there's actually more weight to a bag of these, so you still, even though the nut's smaller, you were still getting more grams for your money.
They just don't look as... They don't look the same, do they?
You always get pulled in by the brand thing, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm just looking at the thing and they just look better. Just being honest. So overall, it's a yes for the Go Nuts and the KP and the Big D. Sorry, mate.
Just a bit salty.
Bit salty.
Yeah.
Right, that is enough. What can I say? Thanks for watching. Bonjour.